So back to our protein needs. Again, it's going to be pretty rare that we see someone in the severe category. Um, Mild is pretty common. Moderate, this would be for somebody that is undergoing dialysis, that has a low albumin or prealbumin. So just look at those lab values in your text. And then fluid needs, you're all pros on that. Here's a little reminder up here for fluid needs, but remember the best guide is going to be that fluid need PDF form that I included in this chapter's information as well. That you're going to want to save to a jump drive or your hard drive or Google Docs because we'll use that as a reference throughout your time here. And then finally, the last page, this is where we're getting our subjective data. So if you had the luxury of going in and talking to a patient, you would ask them these questions. But what we have in our assessment is just a scenario. So we can glean some of the information that we need in the subjective from here. Okay. Typical intake at home, what they normally eat. We're going to ask them preferences. We're going to ask them portions, preparation. For instance, we don't just want to write down here that they ate chicken. We want to write down that they had fried chicken thigh, approximately 3 ounces. Beverages is important because we need to assess how much fluid they're getting. So are they drinking coffee? How much coffee? Water throughout the day? Are they drinking juice, milk, those types of things? And then some questions here like their preferences, any foods that they dislike. Like for me, I would put ketchup here. Otherwise, I love any other type of food, basically. Any food allergies or intolerances? Who's doing the cooking and the shopping? Any religious or ethnic factors or cultural factors, like we talked about with your cultural presentations, that impact their nutrition choices? Do they struggle with a food budget? And very, very likely right now during all of this, there could be a lot of people that are struggling. Do they have adequate cooking facilities? Do they have measuring cups? Do they have an oven? Do they have refrigeration? Previous medical nutrition therapy. If you would ask this to a client, it probably wouldn't be that helpful. What you might want to say is, have you ever met with a nutrition professional before? Because most people do not know what MNT means. And then you're going to assess this factors affecting motivation or ability. Do they have a low reading level? Are they just really ill right now? Did they say that they tried a bunch of diets and they just gave up? So all of those things can help us with our assessment. And then we have a risk level here. Don't worry about that right now, okay? All right, so that's the review of the assessment. And you are going to use that for your project patient assessment, okay? And this isn't due until later on in our time here. And we're going to be doing some practice ones to help get you ready for this, okay? So let me just go through the verbiage here so that you feel comfortable with what we have on this chart, okay? Now, we're going to complete that assessment form that I just pulled up for you. And then when we get to chapter 9, you'll feel more comfortable with this portion about the chart note. Don't worry about that right now, okay? So here's our example case. Mrs. S, 76-year-old retired woman, S/P, that means status post, hip fracture repair on 10/15/15 at Elmbrook Hospital. She was admitted to your skilled nursing facility in November of 2015. Her past medical history is hypertension, hypercholesterolemia, and Alzheimer's. Mrs. S.'s daughter states her usual body weight is 136 pounds. Height is 5'4", and weight today is 112 pounds. So here you have her current weight and you have her usual body weight. A mechanical soft diet was ordered upon admit due to ill-fitting dentures. Her daughter indicates her mother rarely wears them due to improper fit. The chart note from the dietetic technician registered at Elmbrook indicates that the patient was not happy with the mechanical soft diet at their facility. Here we have our lab values: hemoglobin, hematocrit, potassium, glucose, albumin. Here's her blood pressure. Here's her temperature. 2 medications, furosemide